This man weighs over 700 pounds. He can't walk. He can't leave his room. And every morning, the first thing he thinks about is food. Now, you might assume this is an isolated case, but it isn't, because this man lives in a city where nearly half the population is obese. A city with more than 500 fast food restaurants. A city where walking is almost impossible. A city, some people believe, was practically designed to make its residents gain weight. And when I arrived here, I wanted to find out one thing. How does an entire city end up like this? What I discovered was far worse than I expected, because the real reason people are becoming obese here has almost nothing to do with laziness. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why escaping this city might be harder than quitting an addiction. Driving through McAllen feels like navigating an endless corridor of fast food restaurants. Within minutes, diners pass burger chains, fried chicken outlets, taco shops, bakeries, and convenience stores packed with sugary drinks and snacks. For a city of roughly 150,000 residents, there are more than 500 fast food establishments. The abundance of cheap, calorie-dense food has created an environment where unhealthy eating isn't just convenient, it's often the default choice. A typical meal can easily exceed 2,000 calories. Breakfasts feature stacks of chocolate chip pancakes drenched in syrup and butter, paired with bacon, cheese-covered eggs, and oversized specialty coffees loaded with sugar. And breakfast is often only the beginning. Throughout the day, residents snack on pastries, cookies, milkshakes, chips, sodas, and oversized fast food meals. In many cases, a single drink contains more calories than an entire meal should. The result is a constant cycle of overeating that many people barely notice because it has become so normalized. One of the biggest challenges facing McAllen residents is economics. The city sits near the US-Mexico border and has an average income significantly lower than the national average. For many families, affordability drives food choices. A triple meat burger combo meal can cost less than a basket of fresh fruit. Highly processed foods are everywhere, marketed as convenient, filling, and budget-friendly. Grocery store shelves are packed with brightly colored cereals, sugary beverages, frozen meals, and snacks that provide plenty of calories but very little nutrition. Fresh produce, on the other hand, often comes with a higher price tag. When families are trying to stretch every dollar, healthy eating can feel like a luxury rather than a realistic option. Food is only part of the problem. McAllen's urban design makes physical activity surprisingly difficult. Unlike walkable cities where residents can reach stores, parks, and restaurants on foot, McAllen was built primarily for cars. Many destinations are spread far apart, requiring lengthy drives for even routine errands. Sidewalks are limited, bike lanes are rare, safe pedestrian crossings are often non-existent. In addition, South Texas heat can be brutal. Temperatures frequently approach 90 degrees Fahrenheit, accompanied by intense humidity. Spending time outdoors becomes uncomfortable for much of the year. As a result, many residents move very little throughout the day. During a drive through the city, it is not unusual to see crowded parking lots while spotting almost no pedestrians, joggers, or cyclists. Even inside shopping malls, motorized scooters are readily available near entrances for customers who struggle to walk long distances. The environment encourages inactivity at nearly every turn. Dietitians working in McAllen report that portion sizes are one of the most common challenges among patients. American food culture is already known for oversized servings. Combined with cultural values that discourage wasting food, many residents continue eating long after their bodies have signaled fullness. Some individuals consume astonishing amounts of food each day. Cases of people eating 10,000 calories daily are not unheard of. Over time, repeated overeating changes the body's biological responses. Fat cells formed during childhood can remain for life, continuing to send hunger signals even after weight loss occurs. This creates a vicious cycle where individuals feel hungry more often and struggle to control cravings. Sugary foods make the problem worse. Large spikes in blood sugar are followed by crashes that leave people tired, hungry, and searching for another quick source of energy. The cycle repeats itself throughout the day. Perhaps the most heartbreaking reality of McAllen's obesity crisis is what happens when weight spirals completely out of control. One resident shared his story after reaching a weight of approximately 745 pounds. At 5 feet 8 inches tall, he became trapped inside his own home. Walking became impossible. He required oxygen support to breathe. His world shrank to a bed where he spent nearly every hour of every day. Food had become more than nutrition. It had become an addiction. After overcoming years of substance abuse, he found himself replacing one dependency with another. Even when physically full, his brain continued demanding more food. A typical day included multiple fast food meals, large portions of fries, sugary drinks, cookies, and snacks that pushed his calorie intake toward 10,000 calories daily. Within months, he became bedridden. Simple freedoms most people take for granted, walking outdoors, visiting friends, shopping, or even moving independently, disappeared. Yet despite the challenges, he remains determined to change. After losing weight through nutritional counseling and physical therapy, he has regained the ability to take a few steps. With assistance, his message is simple but powerful. Freedom is a beautiful thing. If you're not free, life isn't worth living. It is tempting to blame obesity solely on personal decisions, but McAllen's story reveals a far more complex reality. The city's obesity epidemic is the result of multiple forces working together: cheap and abundant fast food, limited access to affordable healthy options, car-dependent urban planning, extreme weather conditions, aggressive food marketing, cultural eating habits, economic hardship, and psychological and biological factors. When all of these influences combine, maintaining a healthy lifestyle becomes significantly more difficult. Solving McAllen's obesity crisis will require more than telling people to eat less and exercise more. Meaningful change must involve city planners, policymakers, healthcare providers, schools, businesses, and community leaders. Improved walkability, better access to nutritious foods, nutrition education, healthier school meals, and stronger public health initiatives could all play important roles. Most importantly, the conversation must shift away from blame and toward understanding. Because obesity in McAllen is not simply the result of individual weakness, it is the outcome of an environment that continuously pushes people toward unhealthy choices. Until that environment changes, the city's struggle with obesity will remain one of the most urgent public health challenges in America. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone you know that might need these informations.